Ay,
Live, man.
Live, we back?
Yes, sir. We back. Episode 75.
Man, give me a round of applause, man. Not for you.
Episode 75, Better Left Unsaid show. Right back like we never left, man.
We are back in action.
Back in action, full time, full fledged. And let's get right into it. We got a lot to discuss.
A lot to discuss, man.
Lots been happening. Major events.
Yes.
Major updates.
Start with your favorite artist, man.
My favorite artist.
Your favorite artist.
What? Who that? Bad Bunny?
Woo!
Yes, sir, man.
Bunny.
Sir Bonito. Senor Bonito.
Mm-hmm.
Shut down the Super Bowl, man. A lot of people was complaining on the ICE shit going on, the Puerto Ricans versus the immigrants, and the U.S. citizens, the MAGA right wing, all that. Don't speak English, ain't gonna perform a single English song. I thought it was an amazing performance. One of my favorite performances I've seen. It was much better than the game itself. Listen, man, it was terrible Super Bowl. Wasn't the greatest location either, man. It should have been in LA if it's gonna be that. Honestly, I don't know where it's like Santa Clara or some shit.
Yeah.
Whatever. But beautiful performance. A lot of messaging.
A lot of messaging.
Just a continuation of what Kendrick did last year when he made the show, what he wanted to get across, while also maintaining the entertainment value.
Right.
It definitely was maybe a top 10 performance I've ever seen. Probably higher than that. The production was probably the best I've ever seen.
That's what I was going to say. The production itself,
beautiful editing,
amazing.
Camera work, just everything, the cinematography, like the scenes. It was like 4 or 5 different settings. It was crazy.
And did you know that all of those fucking shots that he had in there were real shots?
Oh yeah, everything was intentional. Like everything, the light poles. You know what I'm saying? The little kids sleeping on the chair. Everything. It was dope. I got no complaints about it. The only thing I wish he would have did was DTMF a little bit longer. He did it right at the end. Yeah, that is the song of the songs. But listen, man, he's a real superstar. Probably the closest thing to a real superstar we've seen in years, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying, not a force, not a specific genre, like just somebody that crosses all barriers. You know what I'm saying, whether you know the music, like the music, a superstar is somebody you just recognize because of how big they are.
Yo,
so
that
shout out to Bad Bunny.
That was the most viewed Super Bowl halftime performance.
It wasn't.
No, I think what they said for it during that time, was it not?
Nah, it was third.
I mean, but that says a lot still.
It is.
For everybody that's complaining, saying, "Oh, he don't speak English," or that. First of all, for all you ignorant people out here, I'm gonna wait for a second to curse. For all you ignorant people out here, y'all know that Puerto Rico is part of America.
Correct.
They are American citizens. They don't need a passport to get over here. Just because they speak, English. America doesn't even have an official language.
A lot of Spanish speakers in America.
A lot of them speak Spanish, though.
Yeah.
So I don't understand. Like, okay, you can't understand. That's your fucking fault. Should have paid more attention in school. However, it was great. I loved it.
Yeah,
I think it was fantastic. I love the messaging that he had behind it. I did go back and rewatch it again because I thought it was great. It was that good. And I mean, again, I think Bad Bunny is an amazing performer. You know, we've heard about it. He shut down shows. He's been selling out. He did that shit in Puerto Rico.
Stadium.
Yeah, the stadium
Puerto
for however.
Residency.
Yeah. So I mean, he's been doing stadium tours for a minute.
Yeah.
And so I mean, he does that. So I mean, I don't really. The complaint to me, the only complaint is that you peoples can't understand Spanish. And to me, it's like it's not even about understanding Spanish. Is it good or not?
It's the music. That's the music sound.
Yeah, it's good fucking music. That shit sounds good. So I had no complaints about it. I thought it was great. And again, like you said, it was much better than the game. I mean, I understand that people like to play defense and shit. That shit was a snooze fest.
Yeah, that's the last place you want to see a fully defensive game. It's the time when everybody's eyes is on football.
Exactly.
So.
That shit was a snooze fest. So I mean, thank you, Bad Bunny. They should have made him perform 3 more times.
I agree, man. that shit was amazing. It made me want to go to the tour. I've been wanting to, but that should be sold out. That 56,000 people in the stadium. But and he ain't coming to America no more. Well, United States.
Yeah.
He doing the other Americas, but yeah. Beautiful show. I ain't got much else for you. So.
Okay. Did you watch the game at all?
A little bit.
And you were just like, whatever, fuck this show.
I mean, this was not the most storied game as far as like it wasn't really any real notable superstars. It's some up and coming stars, the Drake Mays, the JSMs.
Right.
Still got Stephon Diggs. You had the whole Cardi B kind of sideshow thing. But as far as players that are known to be in the NFL team, the Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? It wasn't none of that in there, so it wasn't really anything for me to pay that much attention to, if we're being honest with you.
Did you pay attention to any of that Stephon Diggs, Cardi B stuff going on?
I heard some things, I mean, but again, man, people have been calling out Cardi B's decision making for a long time now, so I don't think this was any different. Stephon Diggs is a wild nigga. And I think once you start dating somebody that puts you in a certain limelight, everything comes under a microscope, and your life can unravel.
To me, I feel like that was a crazy choice for her to go from Offset to Stephon Diggs, who's known to be a wild dude.
He has that reputation.
He has a reputation of, and not even just the reputation of being wild. They keep saying that he fuck everything under the sun.
He got a reputation for taking girls, and then they threw the gay shit on him.
Yeah. And this was your first decision to say, yo, let's go ahead and go for this guy?
They saying he domestic abusive, and I don't know, man. That's why you gotta be careful what you do, because that spotlight will change your life. Like,
absolutely.
Football famous is, this ain't a quarterback. This is you ain't Tom Brady and all that, so it is a different type of fame headlines that you're dealing with. So.
Yeah, agreed. You know how football players do that. That shit go real quick.
A lot of nutcases in the league, if we're being honest with you. It's a violent sport, man. You don't have some brain damage.
I mean, CTE is real.
It is, for sure,
it's
man.
It's real. Come on, let's get to it, man. I mean, we ain't talking about it yet. I mean, do you want to get to it?
Let's get to it, man. Let me take a quick commercial break. All right, man. Let's get right to it, man. The
long-awaited.
The day of reckoning. The long-awaited.
Highly anticipated.
The fall off is like whole dropping a reasonable doubt. Last. What was it? What was the last name? Might delete later. I mean, the warm up, the diss on, the 7-minute drill. Was the Port in San Antonio?
The Port of San Antonio, yep.
The apology.
Port of Antonio,
my bad, whatever it was. Cloud, was it Cloud 9, whatever shit was? Clouds. Yeah. We here. The fall off.
J. Cole has dropped his
double album,
24 songs, hour, 40 minutes worth of music.
Extremely long. Not is it?
Not it. I mean, because nobody listens to that much music anymore, so it was a lot of music. But yeah, J. Cole finally dropped his album. Your thoughts?
Highly anticipated. So, I think the last time we saw this much hype for an album was from J. Cole was what? I don't know. Maybe the off season.
Probably the off season.
Yeah, probably the off season. So it's been a few years, and he dropped a few projects in between.
Yeah, what was that, 2022 or 21?
21.
Yeah.
21. So yeah, he hyped this up. He's the one that kept proclaiming that this was gonna be. I mean, nigga was saying I got 3-4 classics ready to drop at any given time. I rap better than everybody. I am the best. I am the greatest. He did the back and forth with Drake on First Person Shooter, and then they did the collab tour after that across the country. This was his moment.
Right.
This is his moment. I mean, great feature on Future's album, Red Leather. Amazing verse.
That was fire.
So went through the album, started listening. I mean, with intent ears, read through the lyrics as I was listening the first time. Make sure I understood everything he was trying to get across. This was a concept album. So he's telling the story about him going back home at the age of 29, which is the first disc. Then the second disc is him basically present day 39 years old and his mindset as an older, mature version of himself.
Right.
So, my first listen, I thought it had a lot of great rapping, some great production in the first half of this 29, and then you could start to feel how long the album was probably near the end of this one. It felt like some songs were unnecessary. They weren't bad, but it was like, I don't know if I'm hearing a classic right now. I wasn't blown away by some of the later songs, you know what I'm saying?
And all the songs are 3+ minutes long.
When you start getting to the Let Out and I don't know, man.
Bombs in the Ville.
Bombs in the Ville was cool. Lonely at the Top.
That was cool.
It was cool.
I rock with that one.
And then you go to a 6-minute intro, which is half melody, half rapping on 39 intro. It starts to feel a little draggy at this point, you know what I mean? Right. And the tone changes in this too, where the beats it's a lot more of the first day one J. Cole fan type of beats where self-produced, sample, kind of riddle, you know what I'm saying, repeat, loop type of shit, and him just rapping his heart out about whatever topic it is. Could be him telling a story.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Reminiscing of Home for the Holidays. If you remember, you know what I'm saying, that Friday Night's mixtape, it's one of my favorite songs. That whole disc too sounds like Home for the Holidays to me.
Okay.
And if you like that type of J. Cole, that's what you'll like. But for me, After the Hype, it was cool.
It was cool?
It was cool. It was decent.
Ooh.
It was if you like J. Cole, you will probably like it. If you wanted to become a fan, this is the first project you heard by J. Cole, I don't think it would make you interested in the rest of his career that predated this.
Okay.
He's a great rapper. He never separated himself as being better than the big three in any way to me. He never had the verse of the year or the hip hop moment that stole the show. He never had the album that was head and shoulders above his peers.
Okay.
He just was always he's like a Carmelo Anthony type of dude. Great, all time great, but when you talk about the Bronze and Kobe's, it just wasn't in him. I mean, that's how I feel about this album, and I think this is representative of who he's always been in his career. He's never carried himself like he truly felt like he was the best. He says that because he probably believes that ability-wise, but to be the best comes with a whole lot more than just ability. You know?
Okay, yeah.
It comes with everything around being a rapper. You gotta have the bravado. You gotta be able to stand in the ring with a nigga. You gotta be able to take the backlash of saying the wrong shit and not apologize for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just a lot of things that come with it. You gotta be willing to be disliked by somebody. You know what I mean? When a nigga Jay-Z diss rapping like Common Sense, you gotta be able to diss the backpack rappers and stand in what you think, but I can still be lyrical at the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you.
You gotta do the same shit that Kendrick did with the last album. I can be West Coast. Yeah, I can rap too, but this is for my West Coast niggas right now. You know what I'm saying? So he's never done that to me.
Okay.
He just is not a standout guy, but he's a great rapper.
Did you ever like J. Cole?
Yeah, I listen to J. Cole. I think J. Cole makes very good music. My favorite project was probably Friday Night Lights and Born Center. I think that was probably the best version of J. Cole when it's a decent amount of melody and the rapping is not like, it's a subject matter. He's getting to a point.
He's getting to a point, yeah.
Like Born Center, I think is one of his greatest songs. I think that's, if you're gonna want to make somebody a J. Cole fan, Born Center, the actual song, is probably the best song I could probably think.
Okay.
That's my opinion.
Nah, I feel you. I personally like the album. I'm a J. Cole fan. Now, don't get me wrong. To an extent, I agree with you where it didn't, as highly anticipated as this was, and the lead up to it, I think it should have been much better.
Much better.
Yeah, and I think what happens is when you do have a 24 song album, it kind of drags, like you said, it drags out. It gets long, it gets convoluted. Some of the shit may start sounding the same.
Right, exactly.
Especially like, when you go back to the second disc where it starts getting into his older sound, where some of that shit did start sounding the same, even whether it was his flow or the production, one of them shit started to sound redundant after a while.
Yeah.
But I think it was a good album. Again, like you said, I think he's a great rapper. He can rap really fucking well.
Yes.
It's just, and I think that where he kind of falls short with the, when it comes to the Kendrick and the Drakes, is that, you look at somebody like Drake where I may not be the greatest rapper, I may not be like if let's say you put Kendrick and Cole at like A for rapping, lyrical ability, you may put Drake at a B, but then everything else may go across where you fall short at. And so that's the same thing with Kendrick, where Kendrick would be great lyrical, and I can put songs together, and then I can do both. I can switch up, or I can do both at the same time.
Right.
With certain things, and then so I feel like J. Cole will have it where I think he's never got to the point where he said, "Hey, I really want to just lean for certain people." Like Kendrick has never been a person that, damn, his rapping is just bad.
Correct.
When you look at Drake, sometimes you're like, "Yo, that's a bad verse." We don't want to hear that shit.
Right.
Kendrick's never been like a bad, so we don't hear
Tatum line.
Exactly. We don't hear a bad verse from Cole, but then you look at the music part of it.
I've heard a bad verse from Cole.
You heard
that
bad
Cash Cobain shit was horrible.
I didn't take that serious. I didn't listen. I listened to that shit one time. Yeah, okay, fair enough.
And that was in the middle of the beef, I believe.
It was. Yeah, that's why you got the fuck out of it.
Yes, that shit was nasty.
But I'm just overall.
Yeah, you're right.
And so, I feel like he never took that corner and said, you know what? let me lean more into the music and to put out so I can have that moment in hip hop. I mean, don't get me wrong, they had the moment with the first person shooter where you got your number one and cool, and I guess that's what kind of like, you know, the night of the beef, but you stepped out of it so that moment kind of faded away.
I mean, that was alongside Drake.
It was alongside Drake, but what I'm saying, like, that could have taken that moment and been his moment of, all right, now let me stand out and show that I can do X, Y, Z. And so I think that's where it kind of just, you know, we back to just J. Cole being J. Cole. I'm rapping well. I have good songs, but I have good songs. I don't have great songs. I have good songs. And I'm gonna rap really well. Some of the shit may be like, this production could have been better. Like I've heard, like I was on Instagram the other day, and one of the Instagram pages that, you know, takes the verse and makes it with a beat.
Yeah.
And some of this, he took two verses. He took the Bunch Roll Blues and put it on the Put On beat, the Jeezy and Kanye. And that shit sounded so much different because of how lively the production was. And so I think that's what happens sometimes where J. Cole kind of drowns out the music a little bit so you can hear it, so he can rap. Yeah. You know, that's kind of like in a sense what Nas did. I mean, I don't think Nas picked the greatest beats.
Whoa. Let's be careful.
Hear what I'm saying? Because I mean, we know who Nas is, right?
Okay.
But this is now the 2026 of that. You know what I'm saying? When you go back to like when you look at how when they was talking about how Nas didn't pick the greatest beats, like Nas is the greatest rapper, he doesn't pick the greatest beats.
I don't know. I think that's a little overstated, but sure, let's go with that.
Did you never agree with that?
I mean, made you look. Come on, man. The whole Illmatic, it was written.
But I'm saying the overall. The thought process behind, especially until the Hit Boy shit, for a long time, people were saying, hey, Nas didn't pick the greatest beats.
Affirmative action.
Listen, I'm not saying I necessarily.
Got your phone.
Hey, man, I'm not saying I agree with that. I like
telling
Nas.
You something, man.
I like Nas. Just the same way I like J. Cole, but what I'm saying is that point of contention where people had with Nas and saying, hey, Nas may not pick the greatest beats. I feel like sometimes with J. Cole, he's doing that same thing, but then J. Cole also wants to be self-produced. And I'm like, hey, maybe you should go get with those other producers.
I agree with that. He definitely should have got with other producers.
Yeah, especially for this right here. I feel like somebody, you know, whether it's like a Metro, because I feel like Metro Metro's pretty diverse in sound to an extent. I feel like he could have got with that. You know, just one of those, just like kind of certain. I gotta think about it a little bit more, but like certain producers, I feel could have like made it stand out a little bit more. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not mad at you producing your shit, but you don't gotta produce every single thing. I mean, it needs to stand out a little bit more.
Let's be honest though. With the style of music J. Cole makes, he has never had a good ear for what he should be received as far as his actual talent.
Okay.
He's A&R'ing himself, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. He's producing, he's structuring his bodies of work how he wants them to be, which is fine. Mm-hmm. But for the talent that you have, you should be producing much more impactful, great sounding records. Yeah. Like, you rap too good to not have certain classic cuts in your catalog, in my opinion.
No, I agree. There should be like that one, like, you know, like take this for instance, right? Because I feel like Kendrick has a few of them shits, right?
Yeah, several.
Yeah, but let's take like more of the recent joint, right? And I'm not even talking about G-Nix. Take Like That. Like That was a dope track, I think, without Kendrick.
Yeah.
But Kendrick verse stood out so much that now you're looking at people when you go out, they're playing the Kendrick verse rather than playing the whole song. You know, we know with Drake, you go out to a spot, you're gonna hear a bunch of Drake tracks.
Yeah.
I feel like Cole doesn't have at this point in time, to me, Cole, with the amount of music he has, should at least have 5 tracks.
I agree. That's
there should be that 5-track list of where they play Kendrick, they play Cole. That should be in that realm of you got at least 5 of those tracks that's going when it drops, you like, oh shit, this shit was hard. And so yeah, I feel like Cole just has that. If you had a speakeasy on one of the lo-fi joints, that's what we playing the Cole.
Yeah, niggas is sipping and smoking cigars,
yeah, exactly.
Pipes and some goofy shit. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what are the songs that, like, if we had to tell the story of hip hop in history, what are the songs that, what year would J. Cole come and this is a song that encapsulate that time in history? I mean, like it's we already know what Kendrick did last few years, so we're not even gonna use him as an example. But we know what God's playing, and you know what I'm saying. It's so many Drake songs that we can even go to. You know what I'm saying. We're not even gonna go through the history of it.
It's too many almost.
We can do that with any other artist that got to that certain level. We know what Nas did. We know what Jay did. We know what Outkast did. Like anybody you want to name, you know what fucking Wu-Tang Clan, Cream, and all that. What is the J. Cole songs
you know the Big and the Pops.
The Big and easy money. What is the J. Cole music that we can play that's going to be like, oh, this is what it was like in the 2010s when the rappers was doing what they doing. We gonna play Power Trip.
I was just about to say that.
Power Trip, but that's heavily carried by Miguel. No disrespect, not carried, but that hook is so phenomenal.
Yeah, it is. It kind of unless you're to me, that's one of those things where
50-50
you have to be a rap fan so you can know his verse, or you just and not to be that person, but like when you're out, when you're looking at like women, they know the hook.
Correct.
You're not out here for the verse.
Maybe of course no role models.
No role models, but how often am I playing
comparing that shit to? Come on, man.
You can't compare that to God's
like us and come on, this shit is ridiculous. TV off and
hold on,
we gonna be alright. It's like.
But that's what I'm about to say. If you look back, you take out this year or this past year or so for Kendrick still has a lot.
City, like this catalog just come on, bro.
And see, the problem is with certain songs, like don't get me wrong, I think Wet Dreams was a great song, but you're not playing that outside. Yeah. That's not a moment of that people are playing it. Oh, we out and we're playing this.
In the Morning is one of them ones, but that's a Drake feature.
It's a Drake feature, and how often do you hear that?
Yeah,
you have to have the DJ to play that. That's where I think that's where they separate themselves, is because no matter what, you're gonna hear the Kendrick song, you're gonna hear the Drake song, you're gonna hear the Jay song, you're gonna hear a Nas song, you're gonna hear.
Because if we in that era, like DJs have sets and they go through certain eras that they trying to get the feeling of the crowd. If it ain't the hottest shit right now, they're gonna take you through a New York set or 2000 set or it's the City Girls era or some shit. J. Cole doesn't really represent that era that much. You have to bring up the big three when you bring.
Yeah, because if you bring J. Cole, if you do play J. Cole, now you got to play everybody. You got to play them. It's not like like you going to places, right? Especially during the height of this beef, where I remember hearing a bunch of Kendrick and not hearing Drake.
Not hearing Drake, yeah.
I've heard a bunch of Drake. And not heard Kendrick.
Right, yeah.
I feel like there's not going to be a time where I'm going to hear a bunch of Cole without hearing either one of them. Yeah,
and this is not even specific to like a club or whatever.
It's just it's whatever
venue it is, whatever the situation is. He doesn't really have, and he makes. And you might play a lot feature.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You might catch him on a feature, even when Thug was going crazy and the London shit was amazing. But Cole himself, he just might be one of them rappers that it's a Carmelo Anthony thing. You know what I'm saying? You had to be there to remember how great he was, because he just never separated.
He was always He was always looked at like you're the second best.
Yeah.
You're the second best. You're in the top, but you're not. You haven't been number one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's looked at like you looked at T-Mac. You're fucking amazing, but you're not Kobe.
Not Kobe, yeah.
You can do everything in the world you can do, but you're not Kobe.
And I even felt like Cole had the opportunity to be Allen Iverson, but not enough risk, man. Like you say, you gotta link up with other producers for that.
And I think that's exactly what
happened.
That
influence is crazy. Like your style of rapping, that lyrical, you are the face of lyrical rap when it comes up. But we gotta play a song where we can, you know what I'm saying, we can hear that.
Yeah, and not only that, you have to. This song, it has to be a song. We can't just hear you rap.
Yeah.
Because we have. I feel like we have enough people that
don't do freestyle. Like, it's not legendary freestyle moments anymore. So.
Exactly, and again, we missed that time of from the '90s to that early 2000s. You even go to 2010 or 12 where Wayne had his freestyle running and shit like that. But you have to have. You don't fall into that set unless you're just straight up doing. And again, even when he did that birthday Blizzard joint.
Yeah.
4 tracks.
Yeah, right before.
Don't get me wrong, it was cool, but you don't fall into that era of when they was putting out the best freestyles from. And you remember, you had everybody doing freestyles, and you want to talk about people who was rapping. Niggas was rapping back in the days when it was early time. The Jay-Z's, the Nas, the B, all of them niggas who rap, and they may not make good music, but these niggas who rap, they have some of the most. You look back and be like, yo, these niggas have the most legendary freestyles, mixtapes ever. Cole, you kind of fall into, like, I look at it like where Wale may even have that.
Wale has joints.
He has a bunch of joints where they still play that. Not so much as much, but at one point in time, Big Shawn had that where they was playing his songs.
Yeah.
You know, it's very rare that, you know, again, we hear that Cole song, unless it's like you said, we might hear Adorn. Is that Adorn?
No, that's not. That's All I Want.
All I Want Is You, Power Trip. May hear those, maybe.
Yeah.
You know, even when they did play First Person Shooter, that was...
Short-lived. That was a fake. It's a fake number one, man.
It was.
It was a fake number one.
So, I mean, don't get me wrong. Again, I'm a fan of J. Cole. He can rap. He's a great rapper, fantastic rapper. I like his music. I think he makes good songs. But, now don't get me wrong. I do think that, like, maybe Poor Thing may play.
I like the second half.
Yeah, Who the Fuck Is You? Yeah, that might, and I like the first half just because of how he was rapping.
Right.
Yeah, but I mean, I agree with that. Those might be maybe old, dog. I don't know, but
Probably.
you know, but those songs like, give me that moment. Now, don't get me wrong. He still supposedly has another album that he was supposed to drop before.
It's a boy.
Yeah, but that's supposed to come back. So I mean, maybe that might have something. It might change the thought, but right now he doesn't have it.
Yeah, it's disappointing. Well, I ain't gonna say disappointing. It's underwhelming. It's still a good body of work, but it's just not something that it wasn't a Clips moment to me where it's something I want to revisit over and over and play again and have on repeat. I listened to the album a couple of times, so I sat with it. I don't love it. Like it don't take me to the moment I first heard it when I go back and listen to those songs. It's just it's not a standout to me. Like I even thought Mike Delete Later had better standout songs. Like some of the verses, the rapping is you just felt it because it was like I think a surprise drop if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, this was like I think because the hype. If he didn't have all the extra hype for it, maybe it'd be received.
Had he not been teasing it for mad long, and he just like, you know, hey, yo, this is my last album, cool. It might be received different. It's like right now, I think I might, for me, and I mean it's a lot of fucking music, but with all of it, I think I may give it an 8. But
never, ain't no way in hell. Go ahead.
But I like a lot. I like a lot of the songs. It's just, you know, I don't know if how much I'm replaying it because I have to go back and pick out these songs that I like because of how much music it is.
There ain't no way in hell that's an 8 out of 10.
What you give me?
6.5 out of 10. Yeah. It's probably maybe somewhere mid to lower in this whole catalog. It's discography. So.
Ooh. Okay.
I mean,
really.
Yeah,
that low for you?
Friday Night Lights is up there. Born Center is up there. Of course, 2014 Forest Hills Drive. That's his undeniable classic. I mean, the warm up off season was good. Yeah, and then you can probably fit it in somewhere around there.
Okay. And to me, the off season was great. That's a good album.
Yeah, I agree.
That's a good album. The production on there was better. There was a lot of
still ain't got no standout songs in that motherfucker either.
You know what's crazy about that? Yeah, because I mean, I'm thinking
like,
and to me, that joint with that 95 South where he has Cameron talking on the fact the beat was hard, but it still hasn't. It didn't give me that. It like died off, like it just like started off. Yeah, Jay. I just think that you need to. Cole, you just gotta give us a moment, dog. I think you still have the chance to. You know, I mean, if you
had plenty of times too, man.
He did. I still think
he's in damn near.
I still think he has the chance to, but I mean, it's like.
Yeah, he still got time. I mean, you never know. It ain't like he rapping bad or literally falling off. But I just think he is who he is at this point in his career. He's unless he wants to get real free, like he gave us everything he wanted to give us, and now he can actually
now he's gonna be somebody and do that shit. Yeah,
it's a possibility for sure. So I wouldn't put it past.
So that could be the whole.
Could be.
That whole, you know, like the rebrand or whatever, you know, like, hey, I'm not J. Cole anymore. Well, at least the J. Cole that you know. Now I'm this person.
Possible.
So we could get that.
All right, we back at it.
All right. I have one last thing regarding music, bro.
Your man Jimmy?
Nah, we gonna let that shit go. That nigga court, yeah. I don't know if that's the case with 50 Cent or how that shit went, but Jim Jones, you gotta just...
That's one of y'all biggest stars, man. That's just
You know,
it's nasty.
And as a fan of Jim Jones,
I'm finna say you still listen to that nigga.
I still do. He still put out good music too.
He puts out decent music.
Very solid.
Right. Yeah. A lot of New Yorkers be putting like hype. You making the best music? No, he's not making the best. I
can't say that. Yeah. I can't say that. And even A Boogie put out a little EP.
He did. It was okay. It wasn't his best work.
Nah, the songs that he put the singles that he put out before.
Yeah,
was much better, which I assume that's gonna be on his album or something. But that was just the EP was.
But he still got it. He still makes great music.
Yeah, he still
EP
does.
Just wasn't. I mean, he wasn't one of them.
But we're gonna talk about LaRussell making comments on Lil Wayne. I think you have a little more information. I seen it. I watched the whole thing, and then I seen the snippet of what everybody was talking about. How pretty much a lot of things they clipped up, pretty much saying that he had disdain for Lil Wayne.
So.
Because he wasn't rapping about much.
Yeah, so background. LaRussell, if y'all don't know, is a rapper from the Bay. I don't know exact city I want to say, Vallejo maybe. That's been around for maybe close to a decade doing this independent thing. He's been pushing that for a long time.
For the longest time, too.
His whole thing is doing it on your own, getting it out the mud, and remaining independent and knowing your worth, and pushing positivity, talking about... how he been taken advantage of as black people and just doing it for his city. That's his whole thing. Positive music, very heavily E40 influenced, Too Short, all the Bay Area legends. So,
he got like 40 albums out too, don't he?
Right, he has a lot of music out. He even did some type of Super Bowl performance somewhere in the parking lot or some shit like that. So he has a lot of notoriety. He does the halftime shows, NBA games. He has big features, Snoop Dogg. I mean, he got a project with Hit Boy that came out, I want to say, last year. He drops a lot of music. He's well known in the industry. He never got the mainstream push because he is truly independent. I mean, he could do whatever he wants, however he wants. And he got big doing these backyard shows, literally at his backyard. So he'll do live freestyles. He'll bring out Juvenile, legends, you know what I'm saying? Come out there.
Lil Jon's out there.
Lil Jon, all that type of shit. So he recently signed to Roc Nation, which was a big deal because everybody wants to know the terms of the deal. So I already know no longer independent. That's what your whole career has been about. Cool. Controversy. So that made headlines. And soon after that, he did a interview or a podcast where he said he grew up a Wayne fan. He thought Wayne was amazing. You know, his songs bar for bar. But as he got older and he started listening to the music with more mature ears, he felt like Lil Wayne was not rapping about anything. And also his influence was very negative. The gangbanging culture, drug culture, just being a degenerate. Essentially.
That's exactly what it is, yeah.
That was the sentiment. I mean, he got a lot of backlash for that. People was on his head heavy about that, even to the point rappers started chiming in and started defending like, who are you to speak about Lil Wayne? Nigga, you haven't done anything in your career to even measure up to even have a voice to speak about a legend like Lil Wayne. So watch your fucking mouth. And a lot of people went back and forth about it. Most of the people was on his head. He been tweeting crazy for the last week or so, trying to defend himself, saying that's not really what I said. It's out of context. Number one, the clip is what the clip is. You did say that you feel like Wayne does not rap about for a large part of his career. If it's 1,000 songs, you were saying there was a very small percentage of music that has any substance. What you believe to be
correct,
a message and has substance to it. So let's start there. This is his perspective and what he deems as positive or substance-based music. I don't know what he views as the artists that do make that, so I don't even know what the gauge is for him. But some people agree, and a lot of people basically was on his head, basically shitting on him. They start posting clips of his music where
people so much can't name one LaRussell song. All that.
Yeah, it did sound a little child. I mean, kids boppy. Hip hop Harry-ish type of music. But again, you can do that where you can nitpick anybody's career and it's gonna look a certain way. He is a very good rapper. You know what I'm saying? He got great freestyles, YouTube, Apple Music, all that. Music-wise, it might not be fair, but it ain't for me. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I tried.
But I don't think he's a bum. But if I'm comparing to Lil Wayne, he's a bum.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
But that's like 97% of the game.
Exactly.
So.
But let's not kill the messengers. Let's address the message. Let's do that.
To an extent, I can agree. To an extent, it's because so I've listened to a lot of Lil Wayne, a lot of them. Wayne subject matter hasn't been very substantial. Like it hasn't. He don't get me wrong. He's had songs where he's talked about things. I'm not gonna say it's he in the top 10 of substance, but Wayne's run. There was especially during the mixtape time. He was saying a bunch of nothing. He was just rapping. He's good at rapping, putting words together, metaphor, bars, all of that. Not talking about much.
Okay.
The Carter 3, I will say that, even but one of those joints, one of the mixtapes, I forget which one, I mean, the Dedication 2, maybe 3, Dedication 2, then he had the Georgia Bush joint. You go to the Carter 3, the Tie My Hands joint on there. And it depends on, and then another thing, it depends on what the substance is and what you're talking about. Okay. So, but if you're saying like something heavy, and of course the Georgia Bush, the Tie My Hands, things like that, he's have a few of those songs, but I think we've had a conversation before. I've had a conversation with someone where you go back to the songs that we listen to the most, and especially his mixtapes. Wayne is just rapping. It's just a lot of rapping. So I can understand his point of saying Wayne ain't really rapping about much. His contribution to the game was, you look at it. Everybody wanted to be a blood. Everybody wanted, tattoos on their face. It went from drug dealer music to drug user music. Everybody wanted.
Because of Wayne, is what you saying?
I'm not gonna say just because of Wayne, because I think it's a lot of people that contribute to that shit. But I'm just saying, Wayne was heavy on the cups of lean and all of that shit. I think that a few people contribute to that. But when you talk about his contribution, besides, I feel like he did it well, like making people rap. He also, that shit, the gang banging. He was very heavy representative of that part of it. Where now you see the new people come do it. Everybody wants to be a blood now. It's just certain things, but I mean, I also look at it as like, what are we looking to him for? Were we ever looking to Wayne to give us that? So it's like, like you may say or feel like, Wayne doesn't rap about much or he's contributing to this and that, but it's like, are you looking at, is Wayne the viewer say, hey, Wayne should be doing this? We've heard Wayne be very disconnected from what we deem as the culture. Mm-hmm. He's said it multiple times, a cop saved my life. Multiple times on however many times.
Okay.
He's had that whole thing where, the Black Lives Matter shit he doesn't relate to.
Right.
Because he's very disconnected from what the culture stated. So I don't know where you look at Wayne to be this person to talk about that. And so, but in the case, I mean, you can say that Wayne don't rap about much better than he does. And I don't know how you put it, but Wayne has had songs that he's had some type of substance to it.
I'll say this. When I initially heard his statements, I understood where he was coming from. But I disagreed with what he was trying to present to the world.
Okay.
I did think it was distasteful, and it was out of place coming from him.
Okay.
Because why single out Wayne out of everybody?
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Did he invent just rapping just to rap? Is he the first person to do that? Is he the last person to do that? Since when was hip hop graded purely on the messaging and the music? Because niggas love NWA and all the inventors of the gangster rap music. That was a whole LA Compton thing. Mm-hmm. I mean, how much substance is saying bitches ain't shit and, I kill you, nigga, I rob you, I gank you for your stereo and all that.
Okay.
I don't know if what we doing with Snoop Dogg super substance heavy. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Okay.
You from the West Coast. Mm-hmm. You could have mentioned all these things, all these factors.
Agree.
Eminem rapped about a lot of nothing. A lot of times, he rapped about some vile shit a lot of times. Tyler the Creator is another one. It's a lot of people that just rap just to rap. Wu-Tang Clan was just making up words at some point. Let's be honest. A lot of that shit we can't relate to. Where if you're not from there, you don't understand that Shaolin Island and all that. It was just cultural representation. So we do gotta be honest about what you're really saying. So
yeah.
It has been a bit of a Wayne hate train, throw smut on his legacy a little bit lately, just because maybe his music hasn't aged the best in terms of how he presents himself, and he has been throwing a little smut on Kendrick, whatever that is. I mean, I don't know what's going on there. But
and his last few albums has been
right.
piss poor.
But Wayne means a lot to hip hop. It means a lot to rap.
Absolutely.
All time great representative of rap.
Mm-hmm.
Work ethic, commitment. When you talk about being able to have a hit song be overshadowed by you just rapping over that hit song,
literally,
you're talking about inspiration to people that may have not even thought about rapping before, because this is incredible for a person to be able to showcase this art form in this way.
So your freestyles are getting played on radio.
That's what I'm saying. It's not just about having a message all the time. Sometimes, I mean, is basketball the most inspirational shit in the world? You know what I mean? Like, it made niggas want to try to do something with themselves, though. If you see a nigga that good at basketball, it may inspire you.
Yeah.
You watch a boxer, it may inspire you to get in shape.
Mm-hmm.
They might not say shit in the interview that come on. So I think you're being a little hypercritical on Wayne, and you have to be saying that from a place of my music has substance. So you look at yourself above Wayne in a certain light. Mm. That's just the given.
Okay.
I mean that's what I'm assuming.
Okay.
Because you can't criticize somebody for that and you don't do that. So who are you saying the fans should, you know what I mean, gravitate to? People that make music like you? And maybe right. You may have a better messaging. You may have a positive substance in every song that you make. Or you may just have a specific hate towards Wayne for whatever reason. I don't know.
Let me ask you a question, right? Because I didn't watch the interview. I just saw like parts of it or whatever. Was Wayne brought up, or did he just happen to mention Wayne? Because to me that changes.
It doesn't change anything.
Well, no. It changes to me of certain things, because then I'll be like, because now I want to know if Wayne's not brought up, like you said, why are you just mentioning Wayne? And are you now doing what Tony Yayo and Ja Rule do for Kendrick?
Possibly. Yeah.
Because because of how it's been going with the Kendrick and Wayne joint or whatever. So are you doing that, or was Wayne brought up? Then I can see. Don't get me wrong. The message, all of that is different, but I'm saying the reason why he's speaking about Wayne, that changes everything for me. If he's not brought up, there's no reason for you to even be speaking about Wayne unless you're speaking about everybody into that realm of saying, hey, this has been a negative contributor to hip hop. Opposed to saying, hey, yo, you grew up, did you listen to Wayne? Oh yeah, I did grow up listening to Wayne, but now I feel ooh. But now if you're saying, yo, so what'd you grow up listening to, who you think, da-da-da, why are you singling him out, and is it just for that? Because like you said, it's been a Wayne hate train, and everybody's jumping on this bandwagon of the Wayne hate train. That means there's some type of, like you said, he used the word disdain for Wayne.
He did say it, yeah.
So now you're showing your disdain for Wayne, and now I can understand why everybody else in rap is saying, who the fuck are you, or just anybody in general saying, who the fuck are you to speak about Wayne?
Right.
Wayne is looked at as majority is looked at as people's top 10.
Right.
Correct. And rap has been around for 50 years now. So now you're looking at one of the greatest rappers. He was looked up as saying, oh, Jay-Z here. Nah, but Wayne was looked at as the greatest rapper at one point in time. Not one of the best rappers.
Yeah, he's top rapper alive.
He's talking about the best rapper. Like you said, his certain songs, he would take your huge song and say, nah, I'm going to do a freestyle on this. And it goes 10 times bigger.
Right.
If mixtapes were selling back then, no ceilings would have went triple Donnie. We talk about Wayne doing the verses.
Drought
Everybody,
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, bro. He re-released the Drought 3 on DSPs because of how well received and how culturally impactful that was. So there's a different realm that your eye look at it from. Was there a reason why you're talking about Wayne, or you're just talking about Wayne? Because I look at it too. You said, like, you even bring up the NWAs, that whatever. Let's talk about, you talking about the negative messaging. Let's think about everybody who has sold drugs and rapped about it. You look at
nigga, you signed to.
Still
rap about being a dope.
That's what I'm
60
saying.
Years up.
Yeah. You know he done rapping now. But that's the point. Your people in your West Coast ain't far from them E40s and all them shit. Them niggas talk about the drug, the fuck, this, fuck, all of that. So it's like,
rap ain't nothing but gangbang.
It's nothing but gangbang and all of that shit. So then, like you said, the nigga that now you're gonna sign to Rock Nation, You got shit. The Clips is over there. None but drug bars. Jay-Z over there. I think Jadakiss is over there. You got Jeezy that was with that. All of them niggas are nothing but drug dealers. So where do now if you want to talk about even the drug users, you talk about Future is not the most. He's kind of detrimental to society when you talk about rapping wise. For drug users, everybody from damn near 2012 and up are drug users, and they talk about explicitly how much drugs they use.
I'm finna say that we want to even bring in Uncle Luke and the invention of the parental advisory. Come on, man. Like I said, I'm gonna answer the question. I don't know how the conversation started, but it did seem like he was talking more from a personal place of, for whatever reason, when he got older, something about the music just didn't sit right with him.
Okay.
So I give him grace. And like I said, I understood where he's coming from, but for me, I didn't look at it when I got older, because I felt some way similar. But it just made me appreciate other music more, not make me look at Wayne as because I've always known he was in. I wasn't one of these stupid niggas. I always was aware that he was saying anything, especially when he turned his name to Tucci. He was just saying,
he's saying anything. Yeah,
literally, he wasn't rapping about nothing but being a game member, skating and eating pussy.
Literally,
that's all he talked about.
Literally,
but that didn't take away from me enjoying You got to have a place for everything, you know what I'm saying? People don't freestyle like that no more. So that was something special that we got to witness and we got to enjoy, because it is an art format that you still want to do. Nigga, handles don't do nothing for nobody in society. We still like to see Kyrie crossing, nigga. So you got to put shit in perspective. It ain't like, Wayne was just a waste of time. His legacy, he influenced everybody to do bad shit. That's not the case, bro. It's not the case, man. So
because there's very handful of conscious rappers that do that. There's not a bunch of y'all out there that just over here just telling everybody, yeah, man, go read a book. And
it can't be the entire art form. And I do think we put a little bit too much, like you said, of an onus on these people that were never grown up to be superstars. They're coming from the worst environments in the world. Their messaging is probably not going to be the greatest, man. You might want to focus on somebody that grew up wanting to change the environment they're from, not wanting to just escape the environment they're from.
Even more so, right? We watch Joe Budden podcast, right? Joe Budden said one thing. He was like, there is a talent in being able to just rap about nothing. There's a talent.
That is the talent.
That is the talent.
Rapping means being able to put words together. Like the message comes second after that. Being able to deliver words that rhyme over a beat is the talent. That's the skill.
And then even more so, right? When did Wayne start rapping? Well, how old?
13, 14, young as fuck.
Young as fuck. What do you expect from a kid that come from the hood in Louisiana? New Orleans is known as the hood,
especially back in the 90s. Murder capital, it's horrible. Katrina, all that shit.
So what do you expect a kid that comes from the hood, that's been around, that gets indoctrinated and adopted by gangbangers, dope boy, drug dealers, drug addicts, dope boy gangbangers in New Orleans, and say, hey, yo, you rap. What the fuck else am I gonna rap about?
It's not gonna be a politician, I say that.
At all. What the fuck am I gonna rap about, though? Yo, snap, we trying to make it over to the suburbs, man. We trying to get out the hood. No, nigga, all I know is the fucking hood. And these niggas got money? Yes. I'm absolutely rapping about these drugs, selling these drugs, fucking these bitches, gang this, gang that. I am doing all of that because that's what got them out the hood. That's helping me get out the hood. Mm-hmm. That's all I know. Now, of course, when I make a little bit more money and all that, you make that shit may change a little bit if I finally get out the hood and I'm disconnected. But, for the most part.
But even that, man, you gotta remember what Cash Money and No Limit meant to the hip hop genre as a whole, the hip hop industry. They made being able to be an actual really rich, wealthy artist possible. These are real labels.
Literally.
They got people to invest in this industry. A lot of these artists wouldn't have a career, a job. They would have been just another dude in their neighborhood if it wasn't for what people like Lil Wayne, Master P's, that rap about all this shit you say got no substance built from.
Master P was one of the first to make $1 million from selling his CDs out of his trunk. That should say a lot. For anything, you should be thanking them rather than criticizing. You could say, I can understand if you say, hey, yo, you know what? I don't listen to Wayne as much as before.
Right, yeah.
He may not be the same rapper as, I want
exactly,
to grow up on. But Wayne meant this.
That shit like going back and watching your favorite cartoon and be like, man, this shit not even that good for real. I mean, my nigga, we was...
Nigga, what do you expect from us when we were 7 years old?
I don't know if Wayne goes back and listens to his certain songs and think that was my best song in the world.
That nigga don't remember all his lyrics.
Exactly, so yeah. I think it was a little corny, and I think the way he defended himself was corny too. I think Wayne is a legend. I understand the sentiment, but I think the way you presented that was nasty, and you don't got enough skin in the game to be talking crazy about legends like that, bro. Watch your fucking mouth, nigga.
Agree.
Watch your fucking mouth.
Agree. Yeah.
All right, man. We just the NBA season's coming down to the final stretch. We just had the All-Star weekend.
Mm-hmm.
3-point contest, celebrity game, skills contest, and the dunk contest.
Then
All-Star game. New format. 4 different games. I mean, 3 different teams, 4 different games.
Mm-hmm.
Basically playing each quarter was a game in itself.
Mm-hmm.
Winner play lose elimination bracket. The world versus young NBA, old NBA.
Mm-hmm.
Winner take all.
We'll go back. I ain't watched the celebrity game. Did you?
A little bit of it.
Thoughts?
My nigga Jeremy Lin was out there. That was cool.
Oh yeah, I did see.
I with Jeremy.
Yeah. Alright.
It was good. It was good.
Yeah, he was solid. I mean, he had his sanity going crazy for a while. I didn't watch that, but I watched Saturday night. I watched the skills joint or whatever the shit they call it. That was a little entertaining,
I didn't watch that shit.
Yeah, I watched that shit. It was okay. I watched the Knicks was in it. I was like, we won, but it was whatever. The 3-point contest, entertaining. I'm not mad at the 3-point contest.
Yeah.
Now, one thing, huh?
So shout out to Dame.
Oh yeah, shout out to Dame. Yeah, they put out some numbers, but I'm gonna say this: NBA, please, unless you have somebody with a name that niggas know, please get rid of the fucking dunk contest. These niggas are ass. When you have niggas doing regular fast break dunks, when you got somebody hitting the side of the backboard and falling and damn near breaking their neck, I don't ever want to see that shit again. Ever again.
Yeah, it's time to do away with it, man.
Oh, you bring the niggas from the G League, you bring the niggas from outside. I don't give a fuck. At this point in time, these niggas in the NBA, if you're not a star, if you're not an all-star or all-star snub, I do not want to see you in the fucking dunk contest. I would much rather see Anthony Edwards do a fucking tomahawk dunk in the dunk contest than see Jackson Hayes do that bullshit that he did.
What would be the difference?
At least we fucking know Anthony Edwards.
We wouldn't enjoy the dunk though. So what's the difference?
You wouldn't see that nigga hit the side of the backboard and fall to his detriment.
What if he did? What if Ant Edwards did that made the dunk contest better?
I feel like, you know what? I don't give a fuck who. At this point in time, I hate all of these niggas who don't. I hate all of these niggas, man. But the All-Star game is good.
Yeah, the All-Star game was good, but I agree. Just get rid of the dunk contest. It was trash. I mean, I don't know where the creativity is going. You should have let Matt McClung just do his own session.
He said he didn't want to do it.
I know.
Yeah.
I know, but you should just let him do it. If you're gonna do anything, if you want to see some dunks, let some niggas that know how to dunk it. Well, you need to send the audition tape in. Don't just let a nigga get in there because he jump high. Them niggas trash. Bro.
Trash as fuck.
Enough of you. All-Star game was amazing though. All-Star game was actually phenomenal. I liked the format a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, YGs, I mean the YNs versus the OGs. Very competitive. You know what I mean? You see Kawhi out there looking crazy.
Yeah.
Cooking niggas.
And then realize he played most of the season too.
Yeah.
Clippers just bad.
Well, they decent now, actually. They're actually doing well. But Ant Edwards showed up. You know what I'm saying? He played hard because all this talk about who's going to actually compete and play hard. OGs actually showed up and played hard for the first couple games. They got the world the fuck out of here.
Yeah, they did. They played against the young niggas and said, all right, we tired
Yeah,
now.
I'm
We
done.
done. Young niggas ain't get us up.
And this was even without actually a lot of the stars, Mr. Steph Curry, the Tatums, Shea Gilgeous. There's a lot of niggas missing. Yeah. But the world... Talking about European shit, man.
Wouldn't be the only person. Well, there was no Giannis either.
It don't matter.
I feel like, what I'm saying though, Wemby played. I feel like Giannis and Wemby would be the only 2 players that would play. You look at Luka, you look at fucking
Luka
and Joker. Them niggas don't care.
Disgusting. Yeah, don't even let them warm up no more. They gonna sit there and just watch, man. Y'all show up for the photos, man.
Yeah. So I shout out to Wemby. He went out there to try to play.
Yeah, Wemby looked amazing out there, you know what I'm saying? All effort, skill set, sending shit, 3-point. That nigga's good, bro.
Yeah, that nigga's fucking
face of the league. Ant-Man tried his best, you know what I'm saying? Did out there. Cade out there doing his thing. LeBron dunking shit, hitting threes. It was a great game, competitive, man.
It was. And Kawhi, that court that you went through, though, that nigga was money. And then the nigga said, "Oh, shit, we owed. We get down."
That's the only thing I think was missed. Was I definitely missed the Westbrooks and the Hardens and some of the OG Chris Paul, Steph Curry's. Like that does add a certain level of star power.
Star power, yeah.
It's just not quite there quite yet with some of these young guys, but they on the way. You know what I'm saying?
They're on the way. But speaking of Chris Paul has officially retired.
Yeah.
He's one of my favorite players. He's an all-time great. I think the Clippers would never be good or never get to a point of winning just because of that. The way they did him and let him go. They would never. Clippers is a terrible franchise anyway, but just off of shit like that, you can't send out a legend like that. Hall of Famer, first ballot easily. You can't send out a legend like that.
They sent him to another team.
First of all, they told him that his services is no longer needed.
Yeah, because niggas. Hold on, man. Go ahead. I ain't gonna cut it. Go ahead. Go give your farewell.
If he wasn't playing,
give your farewell speech. Man.
But they telling him that you can't.
Give your farewell speech.
You can't give
man.
advice to people and shit
you
like that.
You talking about the Clippers. What about Chris? What did Chris
Paul's
do?
a Hall of Famer, first ballot. He made Clippers relevant again. He made the Clippers relevant?
No, nigga.
Who made Clippers relevant?
Kawhi, PG.
No, nigga. I'm talking about from the start when Clippers.
Kawhi ain't never left. They was always relevant.
Because of when
you talking about
Lob City? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Chris Paul made the Clippers relevant.
You talking about Blake Griffin?
Clippers.
Are you talking about Blake Griffin?
Chris Paul.
Are you talking about Blake Griffin?
Chris Paul made the Clippers relevant again.
I know you're not talking about Jamal Crawford now.
Go ahead, say what you gotta say, because you just
not talking about Austin Rivers then.
You got disrespectful. I'm
fucking DeAndre Jordan, sitting that nigga Brandon Knight out the league. You forgot that? He retired that nigga.
Retired that nigga, dog. Got that nigga out of here.
Lob City Clips was good. Who was the other nigga? Who was them wings they had? Was it Paul Pierce on that one?
Paul Pierce. No, that was Matt Barnes.
Matt Barnes.
Yeah,
come on, man. Let's stop acting like it was just Chris Paul.
But they did. But
Jamal Crawford was crazy.
Chris Paul was the star.
Jamal Crawford was crazy in the Clippers uniform.
Yeah, off the bench.
Well, Blake Griffin was a damn near MVP candidate.
Because of Chris Paul. He had to get the ball from somewhere.
He went to Detroit and started cooking too.
Because after he got injured. And then he said, I jump shot.
Nigga was good.
Yeah, he was. So, yeah. So, shout out to Chris Paul, man.
But you're right. Yeah, he definitely, he made a few organizations brought back to like the Suns, the Clippers, and they got,
I mean, shit, when he got drafted to the Hornets.
Yeah.
So, I mean.
But he wasn't really, relevant. He was relevant. Niggas made the playoff, a couple times, first round.
Yeah, then they got the Spurs.
Yeah.
Spurs said get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here. But, Chris Paul definitely legendary, widely considered the best crossover handlers in the league by all the and one niggas when they used to ask him who got the best handle. Yeah, that nigga was crossing the shot. Young Chris Paul was crazy. Dunking on niggas.
He was
oh my God.
Put Dwight
in the blender. You're done. You're done. But Chris Paul, absolute legend. I hate his career ended the way it did. All-time clutch player. Super closer. Early, though.
Early, because, he just kept getting hurt after that shit. Then you say, all right, we're not even in the games. Niggas is hurt.
But, for you to be a closer at 6 foot going ISO at the perimeter, cooking niggas with the mid-range.
The mid-range is crazy, dog.
Come on, man. You couldn't do nothing about it here. He was super, super tough with the rock. Man, 2010 player for a long time. Always considered the best point guard in the league with the exception of maybe 3 to 4 years when Darren Williams had a run, Rajon Rondo had a run.
That still was debatable, too.
And Derrick Rose, But when niggas started becoming more offensive weapons, that's when, the Steph Curry and Westbrook and all that came around. It was a little different. But for them, from 2000 to 2010-ish, 12-ish range, Chris Paul was like that, bro. And y'all had to be there to remember how great he was.
Y'all do.
And y'all actually, a lot of them young PGs should look up to how he plays the game.
That's exactly who I would say that realm
a lot better.
That realm of point guards, you come from if you're gonna take the old joint, Jason Kidd to Steve Nash, so you go to the Chris Paul and Darren Williams and Rondo. Ooh, them shits right there.
You talk about elite hoops to watch. It was a different, much better product than we was getting.
Where you was allowed to touch player a little bit too.
Y'all talking all this flopping shit and all that. Come on.
There was no flopping allowed. These niggas is hand checking you the whole time, and you had to go and get your 20 and 10.
So I do want to start by giving him his flowers first.
Oh shit!
But now we got to get to the real deal, Holyfield. Unfortunately, there was always another side to Chris Paul. He always did have a reputation. Number one, let's stick to on the court, and then we'll go to off the court as a dirty player. That nigga has a reputation for doing all types of shit on the court. Sneaky shit too. Quick little elbows. I mean, it's the reason nigga Rondo put hands on him. It's the reason Rondo put hands.
Let me put the finger in the finger. I said, nah, nigga, nah, we gonna put him.
He definitely used to do some dirty shit. He did do a little, he tried to sell some fouls a little bit. He was an asshole, man. Let's be honest. He was an asshole. And then off the court, he is not the most liked in the locker room.
Yeah,
by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So the nigga always thought he was right.
Always thought he knew better than the coach. Always thought he knew the right play to play. Like, hold on, my nigga. You haven't won anything. I don't know how much knowledge you trying to give out, but you're a loser. You not finna tell Kawhi anything about winning, brother. You got nothing to say to this champion, 2-time champion MVP. Did you forget that, little nigga? When you was in the finals getting your head cooked by Giannis and them, what did you do? What play did you call, nigga? So let's pump the brakes. Let's pump the brakes. When Harden depended on you in Houston, when y'all had the best team to beat the Warriors, where was you at?
He got hurt.
Nigga was hurting himself on purpose.
When
the pressure got too much, because all the series was closed. It wasn't like it was no money. Nigga always saw hamstring or some shit, nigga.
Yeah, you gotta stop fucking before
so hold on, so the niggas called Ant-Man street clothes, AD street clothes, but Chris Paul, he just happened to get hurt at the worst times. Well, what's the difference?
No, that's the difference.
Stop it.
That nigga AD be hurt for years.
AD got through entire playoff run.
Okay.
Can Chris Paul speak to that?
She did, but he lost, so.
Exactly.
All right.
She didn't even go 7 games. Niggas was cooking the Knicks.
Yeah, it did. Yeah. One of the first 2 games, got the fuck out of here.
Enough of Chris Paul, man. This shit was disgusting the way he was handling himself in the second half of his career. You're not the same 2010 guy, my brother. You will drop 35 and like 17 once every 3 months. And niggas thought, yeah, this is the pure quintessential point guard play. Nigga, he been dropping 7 and 8 for the last 2 weeks. He's inconsistent. He's not the same guy. Westbrook is out here running circles around this nigga, man. Yeah. Steph Curry is shooting this nigga's eyebrows off. Name nigga do this shit on the ground in the playoffs. It was done.
That was different.
This shit was over. The Clippers and Warriors was disgusting when Steph Curry arrived.
When he finally arrived.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So let's keep it honest about how he was moving in the second half of his career.
Look, guys, he wasn't
even Rondo when it came to playoff performance. Rondo was that nigga when it comes down to the money time.
Look, guys, Chris Paul is an all-time great. He first ballot Hall of Fame.
Come on, man. Nigga wasn't even Drew Holiday when it came to the money time.
Yeah, this nigga gonna keep disrespecting.
Damn shit wasn't Tony Parker when it came to the money time.
Yeah, okay.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm just talking about when it mattered most.
You know what? Hey, look.
Regular season, he was that guy.
Hey, man, this is episode 75. I can't
when they tried to
disrespect the legend.
They tried to join up Houston with the... Get that bum nigga out of here, man.
Yeah. Hey, man, this is episode 75. Thank you for tuning in. What you said? Like, comment, subscribe. We be back.
Ass nigga, man.
We gonna come back because you disrespectful, dog.
Can't believe Chris talk crazy like that. Put hands on the Rondo. Alright, man. Till next time. Like, share, subscribe, follow, comment, repost everything, man. Till next time.